Shall we play a game?
We're going to continue where we left off last night, or 2 nights ago. Last night I was testing stuff with a friend. All right, here we go. What the hell? We'll have points to spend? What the hell? Oh, no, I don't. We do not have enough skill points. Oh, there it is. 60 of 100. Okay. Let's get on. I have a bad problem playing extremely too slow. So I'm going to try to speed it up. Let's see. I think I'm done. I was done in here, I'm pretty sure. I didn't even see this over here.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum?
I'm not licking it. I'm not gonna do that. We're already screwed up enough, I think, on some of the earlier interactions between the other ones. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I'm going to inspect the piece of plastic.
A dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
I'm going to go for this.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Let's see. Does the lieutenant see me? Steal the document, swipe through the pocketbook, and take what's inside.
No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully.
I'm going to steal the document.
The ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
I didn't even think about that. Just more worried about just grabbing the ID. I'm gonna
You
swipe
find
through
a
it.
black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee. The
Okay.
sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Okay. I think I'll pick up the
The man
pills.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna cheat this, dudes. Let's cheat this. Do a quick save. And then I'm
The
gonna.
worker is in a deep slumber. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Okay, I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do no words, just a primordial scream.
Why the yelling man?
Why the yelling, man? Sleeping dock worker says, "Why the yelling, man?" The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
You're live. You're live. You looked out for the loan count there. I just wanted to see what would happen if I yelled. I need you to answer some questions right now.
Really? You woke me up for that? Fine. What is it, officer?
Let's see. See anything interesting in your dreams? Tell me about wild pines. Point to the writing on his overalls. Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking? Who's behind organizing the strike? What about the dead body in the yard? Come out and say it. Yours? Question mark. Point at the bottle of the spilt rum. All right, I'll let you sleep. 7. Jesus. There's freaking 7. I'm gonna go with 2. I think I'm gonna go 2.
Thank God, no.
It's a fathom. This darkness into which we ought to be deferred, like corpse in a mausoleum. Was it pure nothing? Your consciousness no larger than a single grain of malt? Tell me, is it bliss from free of X somethings? I'm gonna go 1.
The worker stares at you. His eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses. No mausoleums. Just quality time.
Wait, did I hit? I meant to hit 2.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
Okay, how's that going?
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. we would all be better off without the employers and their employment.
Okay. So you
For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
okay? If I answer, if I answer every single one of these every fucking time, I'm gonna be on this game forever. So I gotta. I'm gonna.
We
Who's
are
behind the strike?
the workers, the union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
You mean there's no leader?
Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
I'm gonna ask him about the dead
What
body.
about it?
I'm just trying to find out what you know about it.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
Okay.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
I'm gonna go with someone has to look into it.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook.
All right, I'll let you
The
sleep.
dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
What did I get? Oh, this is the ID. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go to the. Give me a second. I'm gonna check. This is only my second stream, so I want to see. It's eating up some. Okay, so who sounds and breathes, fuck the police. And that's on what street? That's okay, so this is on the corner of Pigs Go Home and Fuck the Police. Okay. I want to check this. I don't know how much of this is actually like noteworthy. I don't know if this is a type of game that
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Is this the type of game that you're supposed to do that type of stuff, where you make notes and all that good stuff? So what is this? Ooh, this is high. I'll go for it.
No,
Of
these
course.
tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
72%. Now I feel like I'm playing BDO or fucking Lost Ark. 72% and I fail. What kind of vehicle drove there?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Cop habit. You look at everything.
Okay.
This isn't case related, you think.
Oh, this isn't case related. Okay, be right back. Refilled on my coffee. All right, let's go. Not case related. Is there a map? Other kind of. These are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Okay, so there's no. Okay.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Jesus, he looks it. He looks older than 12. I'm just saying. I mean, this picture definitely looks older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
Another kid yells behind the fence.
Can't
Okay.
talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
What the what?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
If he's
Yeah,
what?
Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
All right, I'm gonna try to.
All right,
Yeah.
entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
All right, I'm gonna ask about the crime scene.
Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
What?
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, let me ask who Kuno is.
Kuno, Pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Holy shit.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
I'm gonna try to be logical. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't think it is.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno! Help! Misters, help!
Goddamn.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late! You know
Who
what?
put you?
Kuno's doing this because he likes it, Pig.
Help! The pig's gagging him!
No!
The nearly psychopathic way they can slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
Okay, well,
For emphasis,
that gave me.
is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I don't know if
you
I'll-
wanted to hit me. You got that? I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
Yeah, I know it was. I'm not. I didn't act on it. It was just a fantasy. Okay. Dang. I don't know if it's if you're supposed to go like try different stuff, and if you don't, if you play it more straight laced, then you don't open up more stuff. I'm just
I
gonna.
know what you thought. I'm gonna Kuno up. I'm gonna shut that shit down. You know what? You should have, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper. You don't know where I come from. You just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Oh my god. This game.
Okay, Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Man,
Probably
this
climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
okay. I'm gonna go.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head.
Okay.
You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
You're
This-
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
I go.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Jesus Christ. Like talking to the wall, man. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon. God damn it. And talk to Kim.
Yes?
Oh, nothing. What's this?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay, we're gonna get an exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
I'll go over them.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Okay.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
All
I
right.
never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna say one, light step, number 41
A
shoe.
woman or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows
Okay.
it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Well, why wouldn't they give me the option to say because undeveloped gate?
Understood. Anything else?
All right. I don't know why this one would be an aberration. It's just one. Whatever.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Good point, Kim.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yep.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Because he's dead. Or, I wonder if...
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
I'm gonna say maybe the victim wasn't
Even
conscious.
easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
Okay, go ahead.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor, or maybe a drummer. No, it's not. Forget I said it. Perhaps it could be a driver.
Okay.
A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He
Yeah.
doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A
What's that?
week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller. people reported the hanging.
So this son of a bitch has been hanging for 7
It
days.
is not impossible.
I was out for
I rode last week's
3
forecast
days.
for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Okay.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
All right, so let's get his
What
opinion.
do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
Okay, right. Okay.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Right. I don't think it is.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Or, I mean,
Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang.
right.
This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot. Tab. Forgot about tab. Let's see. Let's check this tank.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." Just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
Yeah,
I
no.
could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Yeah.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, I don't know about that.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes.
Hmm.
The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Eek.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back and What's this say? I forgot to read tabs.
Box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Actually, I didn't ask. Oh, that's a badass looking. What a crazy looking car. Let me talk to her. Or I think it's her.
RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just...
She hides it
Oh,
well.
she's
But
gone.
behind the sweat and dirt, there is something else in her rigid posture.
All right.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
I went.
She
Okay,
hides
go
it
back.
well,
I messed
but
up.
behind the sweat and dirt, there
Cool.
is something else in her rigid posture.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there.
Oh, over there. That's what
I've
we
been
saw.
trying to get some work done. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Okay.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps useful for later.
Of course. Where to? There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. No problem.
Okay.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Okay, so I should have went and talked to this person before. All right, so let's go back in here. See if this dude has a probar. If the manager has a probar. And then, let's see.
Can I help you?
Trash container out back. Yours?
No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Did he just say 9-day? 9-day government? It actually reads 11-day government. He's off by 2 days. Okay. I'm
No
no.
one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
We need those
What do
keys.
you need them for?
It's police
Seems
business.
the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
All right, so let's go check it out. Let's go see what's out there. Man, the artwork is so cool. So different.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags. With a
Open it.
well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why wouldn't I?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
No, I'm opening the lid. I mean,
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Okay, so, I'm gonna look under the boxes. Maybe?
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
All right, let's pick up the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab 'em.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
So,
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked
Right.
blue jeans. Pockets empty. or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something
let's see.
slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and proceed.
The
with
lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey.
Okay.
What's this?
All right, so
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
So how would you kind of,
Officer, is that your paperwork?
oh shit.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Maybe I needed to lose it for the grape. All right, I have a feeling I'm gonna do 3. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do
It
that.
would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
God, there's so much shit. Go to the inventory and interact with the damaged ledger to give it. Finding the right line may take some time. Oh, I'm close to leveling. 95. Okay. Go to your inventory and interact. Okay, okay.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds
Okay.
awful gone.
All right.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
All right. So let's go here. Interact. That's fucked up. Yellow man mug. So as you found in the trash full of notes written in man's dead scarce. Notes in the case. So how do I?
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Okay.
A full cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal. Urinal? Urine? No. No. That how you say it? Elsewhere? Not in, yes.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be. It's not though. It's toilet paper.
Okay.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Okay.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Okay.
It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
Oh, that must be his car. Okay.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Okay. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So we'll browse the white papers.
Exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Okay.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
2 cases a week? That seems like... Seems like a lot.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Okay.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Okay, so they're written in capital.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Okay.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Okay.
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I'm gonna say it.
In your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Okay, good. It's nice to know I'm not the only
I
one.
pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
All right.
Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity.
All right.
Inspect the victim's body.
Okay.
Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
I mean, I'm going to go with the obvious, the Hanged
Great.
Man.
That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Oh, is it getting 30 from that? Okay. Done that.
Don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
So, wait, can I read the... Okay.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
An HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. That is improbable. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I'm just going to go with the next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell ledgers have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, so...
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Okay.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Yeah, so let's see. I mean, what? Possibly even allow me to remove the thing because I don't believe in that removal bit. So it's saying that. Okay, I'm gonna go with 4.
No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Okay, so let's check the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Some misconduct.
Monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. But they appear pleasantly vague.
Okay.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
That's fucked up.
12 pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Okay.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Okay, let's shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Yep.
And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps.
I don't think dried flowers would be that loud, would they?
It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Okay, so...
With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Let's go.
Is not
God damn it.
end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason. The acidic stench of rotten food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Okay, which toilet would that be?
Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it?
Okay, is sprinkled liberally with citrus zest of toilet cleaner. A line this poet might have used.
Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Let's see. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna go one.
It was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Okay. Oh, I got skills I can use. All right. Knowledge produce fascinating trivia. So, I'm just gonna drop it in here because I don't know. Okay. Wait, maybe. What about this? Logic? Yeah. I'm just gonna lodge it. I'm gonna lodge it. Let's go. Oh wait. Is this his car? I think this is his car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion, the Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Actually, okay, I'm gonna pull
A drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Okay, so I'm taking all of them.
The bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Okay.
The handles are long and sleek.
Taking that.
Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Right.
You can do good work with these.
A hand crank flashlight.
And ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue.
God, I should have came here
Things
first.
you would otherwise miss.
Yeah, exactly.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Oh, why would I run this?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets
Shit,
you.
I didn't want to do
through
that.
the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
I'm gonna end the call right now because I don't want to.
7th, over and out.
In the
I don't want-
cabin, you see a set of steering wheels. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar.
Yeah, I get like squirrel, man.
Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation. The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder all seem to be whispering, "I'm good, cherished and cared for in the hands of a tending owner." You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back. At the bottom of the sea. So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Yeah, I need this quick save. Tools. Oh, it's going to show me all. Okay. What's this? Oh, yeah, read the watermarks.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is, Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Where are we on this? Wait, I want to wait. Look around.
Brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let
Okay.
me see.
Where are we on this?
Right here. No, it does not.
Oh, man.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Okay. Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
First row has 18
The
dots.
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Oh, shit. Count them.
Count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
Okay, what about the last
The
row?
last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
All right.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Like a megastar. Honestly, I'm gonna say
Point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200.
260.
That's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer. Well, I'm a detective, so I would imagine that was whenever I was on the street. I mean, on the beat. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. I don't want to say that. It's not too
For an
many.
RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Suit yourself.
Oh, God damn it. And
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
shit, I gotta pay attention.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for this.
Lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Okay. Good cop, bad cop 3. Okay. So I was going back in here for something. The core plus right. No, there's. Okay. So I'm curious. I'm gonna go upstairs real quick. Upstairs. And see if that tape I can grab. That was on the floor. Right. There we go. Okay.
Also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
This is where the magic happens. Oh shit. Okay.
No problem, officer.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Okay. All right. I need to. Do not do. Oh, this one. There we go. Oh, this is open now. Ah, this wasn't open earlier. Okay.
Can I help you?
Here's trash can.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Well, found the
How
victim.
strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
Okay.
Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and
Okay.
I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Okay.
Yes?
Oh.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Okay, so let's see. Wait, I thought I already. I guess I didn't do that.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, It's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny.
Okay, well, I'm not. See, this is one of those things. It's like, are you telling me not to do it to do it?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Okay, you got some impressive pots
He
there.
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Damn. See, that's right. So,
the man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
What?
It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay, I'm gonna try to push the door.
The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch, outside, in the backyard.
Oh,
Remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, your fingers do.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Who is a mega investigator?
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Okay, so let's leave. Okay. Ask him again.
Can I help you? What thing? Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Okay.
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Okay.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Okay.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Okay.
What?
By the way,
Alright.
you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
I saw another. Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay. What about? Okay, so I have finished some. Like it doesn't feel like I'm finishing anything. Not gonna lie. So when it's loading screen, it seems like it glitches, huh? Okay, so I need to go back here, because...
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
I think I gotta do this anyway.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
All right.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
The morning after college night.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Wait. I can
keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. The young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the frit store nearby.
Okay. Continue.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
So... Okay, so... Cannot... I guess I can't get in there. Or not.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
Nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Okay. Before I try that, I'm gonna go. Let's go get some ammonia.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Let's see.
Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
All right. Okay. What's this? This is the ammonia. So wait, what am I supposed to?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
So, okay. All right. That's what you just. Okay. So I need to do that one. Okay. All right, quick save.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Okay, so 2130. Yeah. I'm gonna load it. Load it back. Let's go back over here since I just saved it and try to do this. I don't think it's gonna work though.
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Okay.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor, or future armor. Super future armor? I'm useless.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Yeah, okay, so let's say the material looks out of place here.
It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now.
But
the constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
What the shit?
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, ma. Ka-ching.
Catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
No, of course. Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
But why wouldn't they take the boots? I feel like that would be the easiest, closest thing to take.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
No.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
Okay, so how can he...
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of
knocking
porcelain
boots is really what they mean by that. Knock on the boot, knocking boots. See, it probably shouldn't do. Not with someone hanging in a tree, right? Don't get all weird.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Yeah.
Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Okay. Run your finger over the vines.
Smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination: E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like someone.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X54156745678222. Let's lie.
Wow. Man, I'm confused by this game and certain tactics that it uses. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Okay, we're gonna pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils.
Whatever.
As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound.
His leg's gonna come off in it.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right? Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
I'm gonna go with we're not detectives. There may be clues inside the
How
boot.
many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides,
He taps on the boot.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots.
Yes,
There are
that's
clues
true.
to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Jeez, man. Now I see why I've been getting drunk. See why I've been drunk the last 3 days.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
All right then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
Okay, so what's gonna happen?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Okay, let's inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Okay. Yeah.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently, this is a reinforced kind. For air transport.
Uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Wait, the local harbor uses 6 rotors to shovel containers around. Okay, I'm gonna say that is.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
And we're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
Yeah, but I mean. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. You should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Okay, so how did he even get up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb there? Up using the kid's ladder. Point to the one at the side of the tree. Oh.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Yeah.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Yeah, so let's inspect the tattoos now.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Okay. Is this a national pattern? Is this the map of the national? Highest around us. Well, that's that one.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, You're nowhere near right.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Okay. So you take pictures, maybe?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors.
Okay.
The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal cap ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines through. Thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
In case we need it.
Yes.
Cool.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's why I said it.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure. Just don't lose it.
Okay.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Alright, so let's look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'll back off.
Looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Squint.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Hmm. I think he's dead. I'm gonna go with cover your nose.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
I'm gonna go with we got lucky.
Did we? I don't.
Oh
feel
shit.
lucky. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Okay.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Oh no, I fell.
Corpses are swollen preposterously. They are also silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Mm. I wonder if that's what I'm gonna
I was
say that.
really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case.
Okay,
I would
okay.
really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda. But
Okay.
what other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Okay, so
Someone else? You mean like...
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
What?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off-items
okay.
and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place.
Okay.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's Stess position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The trick voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow Stess was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'll do it. I can try to shoot him down
It's
myself.
bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here.
Whatever.
Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
Alright.
You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
Okay. So let's...
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You will do it! Set me free!
Don't.
Do it!
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun. He wasn't.
God damn it. I knew it. I shouldn't have did it. Damn it.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Fuck you, Korpale!
Ace is high.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an Ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Slap it. Do a boom and then
The
down,
heart
dude.
arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna
Connect.
But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an Ace's low hanging.
There you go.
I knew these guys were f***ed.
Okay, yeah.
Kuno
So?
cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the
Slumped
corpse.
on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep
Ooh.
inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
I kind of want to keep the gun, though. All right.
Meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
Okay.
Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
Okay.
You could ask the garden for directions.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that.
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
All right. So, Jesus. That was quite a bit of stuff done on that one. So I don't get it. How does this go? And then... Oh, wait. Do I have to set that going? Oh, my God. Should I have been doing that the whole time? Fuck, I wish I had a chat that actually watched that knew that I could ask. Fuck. Right, so that's probably going, and it's probably like, shit. So much stuff opened up. There's so much more stuff I need to do before that. Oh, it's gonna be wild. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. And then, not yet. Anyway, pause, interact.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing.
Oh,
hundreds of fading asterisks.
Yeah, we already did that. Okay.
Looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory, but not quite. For you to discover, you've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone.
Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna raise that one, maybe, and then that one, I guess. Ooh, I kind of like that one. I'm gonna do that one. All right, I'll do those. And then, oh, that's a bunch of them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop streaming from that one. I'm gonna save game. Uh, all right. Appreciate you watching. If you were watching, but I am recording, so it's all practice anyway. Have a good one.